Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Let's get logged into Facebook here and make sure that we are live. Make sure you say hello when you come in. I would love to say hi back. And we are good. Yay. And I can see comments. Hey, Anita. We're going to do something fun today. We're going to use a pallet board, a 5x7 pallet board. Hey, Pam. And you could also use a 9x12 to do the bigger one that I'm doing. So what I've got here is I've got popsicle sticks. And this one was, I think it was 5 inches, 6 inches. Let me just double check. This one was 6 inches and I cut it down to 5, and then I punched holes in it using my crocodile. And if you don't know what a crocodile is, let me just grab it here. This is a smaller one. You can get a bigger one that sits on your table and you punch down, and it punches holes through pretty much anything, even our chockable chips. So I've got this one, and then I've got a larger one that I cut down to 5 3/4 inches and punched holes in it. So this one is going to be a hanging ornament. And I'm going to be putting a couple of these wood rounds on here. I'm going to glue them on here after we're done. Then we've got a few different size wood beads that we're going to need for the noses for the gnomes. So we've got those. And then I've got few different kinds of material, and I have 3 different furs for the gnomes, and we're going to cut that down. So the first thing that I want to do is we're going to do this large one, and this is going to be a hanging ornament. So I need to drill a hole in this. Hey, Shandell. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not in reverse, and I'm going to drill a hole right, hey Christina, right through here. So we're just going to drill. I'm going to pick it up because I don't want to drill into my table. This is really hard wood. Okay. So I've got my hole. Hopefully, clean up the sawdust. Hopefully this hole is big enough to put the jute through. So let me just double check here that I don't have to drill a bigger hole. That's going to be perfect. I can't remember what size drill bit that I used, but it's going to work. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to cut the fur. And I think I'm going to do the big guy in, maybe we'll do this one white. So you want it to overlap just a little bit because you're going to glue the sides down so that you can't see it. And let's just check on the back. Hey Marie. And we're going to cut this about 1/2 inch lower than the wood disc, and you're going to cut it in a triangle shape. So we're going to start. I don't even need to cut anything off the sides here, so we're going to start right about here. Now, the important thing when you're cutting this fur is you have to cut it from the back and try and only go through the material portion. Otherwise, you're going to be cutting that fur and it'll change how it looks. So just go slowly. I'm going to measure again. And go all the way down. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just along the back of that fabric area. And then you just pull it. And you haven't actually cut this fur off. So if I was cutting, oh, thank you, Sue. If I was cutting just like this, I would have cut all this fur off and then I wouldn't be happy. So I'm just trimming up this side here. And it looks like I got a little bit too much of a curve happening. Sorry guys, I know you can't see it. So now I've got this piece here. So this is going to be his beard. And we can just put this aside for maybe one of the smaller ones because we're not going to need a lot. Hey Tina, welcome. Oh my goodness, my nose is running. All right, so we've got our wood disc and you can pick these up at the dollar store. I think you get 2 in a package for $1 of the bigger ones. Now we're going to get the hot glue. I forgot to plug that in. So we'll just give that a second. And maybe we'll cut our other pieces while we're waiting for the glue. So these two are going to be on a swing. And that's going to be this larger one. So they're going to be sitting on here. So let's do... I cut these rather small. Let's do that one on there. I want to make sure they could look good together too. I think we'll use these two to sit on the swing. So let's cut this one back. Again, don't cut all the way through. Just along the back of the fabric. And then pull that aside. And then all the way up this side, and then just pull it. Whoops. The stuff sticks to everything. Okay, so we've got that one, and now we need to do this one. And we'll just cut along here. This is the most time-consuming part of the whole project. Just getting your fur prepped. But so worth it when it's done. And we'll pull that apart. Now I got another little piece that I can use for something. And let's do this one for the little guy. It doesn't need very much at all. Trim that. All the way. There we go. So now we have all of our fun fur cut for our gnomes. Now we need to cut the fabric, and this is going to be for the hats. Now I'm thinking that I probably cut those too small. So I have a piece of felt for one of them. And let's check this. This will work good for this one. So you actually want to cut your fabric in a square, and I would say probably 5 by 5 would be a good size to cut it. That way you make sure that you have enough to wrap around whatever it is that you're doing. I made some of them a little short. So the first one we're doing is the hanging ornament. So I'm going to grab some twine and I'm going to feed it through this hole and tie a knot in it. And this is going to be hidden by the hat, and it just at the very top, it'll be sticking out of the hat. So tie a knot in it. Hey Joanne, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are making some gnome decor today. I'm going to cut these extra little pieces off. Pull that to the back. And now I'm going to put some glue on the back of my fun fur, and we're going to glue it. Hey Bev, I'm making those gnomes today, and we're going to glue it to the back. So grab your hot glue gun. This thing is on its last legs. It doesn't even feel like it's heating up. No, so we'll continue cutting our hats. So let's just put this one aside for now. And I think I want to do the buffalo plaid for this guy. He kind of reminds me of a lumberjack, this beard that he's going to have. So let's do that. And like I say, you want to make sure that you cut it big enough. This could have been a little bit wider, but I think it's still going to work. And then we'll grab a piece of this one. Hats might just be a little bit shorter. And we're going to need one more. So I'll cut another piece of the buffalo plaid. Hey Sam, welcome. Oh, it's getting warm in here now. I've been freezing all day. All right, are we ready? Yeah. So get some glue on there. A little bit of glue on the sides. And place it on your wooden disc so that a little bit of the top is showing, because you're going to put your nose and the hat up here. He's got a pretty full beard. I'm going to pull some of this off. And now we're going to put a little tiny nose on here. So get some glue in there. So you can see he's got his little nose on. And then we're going to grab we're going to fold one of the corners down. And you know what? I'm going to take his nose off first. I'm going to put the hat on first. Put a little bit of glue here. Place that down. And then I'm going to glue the back just so the fabric sticks together. And now we're going to glue the nose down. Get that extra glue off. Because you don't want to see the wood underneath. There we go. And now we're going to turn it around and fold the hat. So we're just going to flip that over. We might have to cut some of this off because you want it to kind of be like a cone. So flip that and glue that to the back. And this is only a 1.5 inch piece of wood that I'm using for this little guy. And then we're going to fold this over and glue that. And then we're going to trim this and then glue it along the edge. So just trim it back. So just like that. And then I'm just going to glue along the edge here. All the way up. I'm going to use my scissors. I don't want to burn myself. You guys know I do that well. He is stinking cute. Now, if you had really tiny pom-poms, you could definitely put one on the top of his hat. That would look cute. So there's one of them. Might even trim his beard down just a little bit more. It seems really long. So let's just take some of that length off. Because he's going to be sitting in a swing. So he doesn't need a really, really long beard. I have fur all over my face. That's going to look so cute, you guys. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I'm going to put this one here for now. The swing. Now we're going to glue the ornament here. Put glue all the way across. I'm leaving room for the hat on here. And then I'm going to glue the sides. A little bit on the other side. Make sure that's on there. Don't burn yourself. Okay, so now we need to make the hat for him. And I think, was it this one? Let's just see if that's going to fit. That'll fit. So that's what we're going to use. So fold. See, I didn't even cut it in a square, but you can still work with it. Put your glue down. And then place this on top. And then a little bit of glue on the inside to hold the fabric together. And then we're going to flip it over. And we're going to, I think I'm going to cut this down a bit. So you want the jute that's sticking out here, you want that to be at the top of the hat. So place that over, figure out where it's going to be, and then put your glue down. Get that on there. And then grab your other side and do the same thing. Gluing it down. There we go. And now I'm going to glue the seam up the back. All the way. There we go. And now we're going to put his nose on. And I think he needs a bigger nose. So let's separate the fur because we need to make his mustache. Give it a little twirl. It's really easy if you've got a little comb that you can actually comb out the hairs. Makes it much easier. All right, so this is the biggest one. So we're going to put a big nose on him. Just put a blob of glue on there. And there he is. So there's one that is an ornament. I think he looks super cute. You can put a little bit of blush on his nose to pink it up a bit. You could even color the beads in advance, like these ones I had left over from something else I did. All right, so this one, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to glue his beard down. And I think I want to do it that way. Again, making sure that you leave room at the top for the hat. This is really furry. This is going to be like an old grandpa. And then we're going to fold the hat, glue that down. So I'm just folding a corner of the square, gluing it down and putting a little bit of glue on the inside to hold those two pieces together. I almost feel like he needs a really big nose too. Or maybe we'll see. No, actually that's good. So let's glue the nose on. He's got a bit of a red nose. And I probably should have glued the nose on after I did the hat. So do as I say, not as I do. Glue that over. And then pull the other side over and glue that down. And then you want to glue the seam of the hat. This glue is stuck to the fur that's everywhere. All right, I think we got it. Got glue strands everywhere. They're everywhere. Holy smokes. Make sure that's tucked in really well. Okay. I think we got them all done. Nope, there's still one more little guy here. He is for the little swing. Glue that on. It's going to be like a little gnome family. I just love gnomes. They're so cute. I gave the family gnomes for Christmas. All right, the hat for this one, I think is going to be this. So let's just trim that. Fold this over. Put some glue down. And then the back you want to glue. And then flip it over and do the same thing again. There's got to be a way to stop all this glue from happening. It's a little too wide here. Glue that down. And then let's see what we need here. We need to cut off probably an inch. So yeah, for the smaller ones, you could probably do 3.5 by 3 inches. Okay, now glue down the back. And pull that over. There we go. All right, we're just about ready to put these guys together. Need to put a nose on this one. So we're going to use a little one. Right there. And then we're going to fluff out his mustache. He's got a really long beard. Like super long. You could even trim that one. So these two are going to go together on a swing. Now be prepared, if you're using fun fur, you're going to have it everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Hey Teresa, welcome. All right. So let's do the swings. So these two are going to go on, I don't know, they might be, we're going to make it work. So I need some twine. So this is going to be a hanging ornament where they're sitting on a swing. So I need a good amount of twine, I think. So I probably have just over 2 feet for that one. And we're going to tie it in a knot on the bottom here. So just wrap it around the hole that you created with the popsicle stick. Tie a knot in it. You could even put some glue on it to make sure that the knot stays. I think I might do that. Just a little dab in here. And then I'm going to use my multi-tool to press it down. So now I don't have to worry, it's actually glued. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Tie a knot in it. And then put some glue on. Now you do have to be careful with the popsicle sticks because they're not that thick, the craft ones. So you just don't want to pull too tight and crack it. There we go. So we've got it. I think that's going to be a good length for it. Now we're going to place the gnomes on here. And I chose to use the flat side on the bottom so that it would be easier to place it down. I'm also going to put a little bit of wood glue on because the wood glue takes a little bit longer to dry, but with that and then the hot glue, chances are it's not going to fall off. So let's get hot glue on there. And then the wood glue, and just press it down. Might take a minute to set. All right, so we got that one. Get a little bit of wood glue on here. You don't need a lot of wood glue. I probably put way too much on the other one. And then the hot glue. And place that down. We're going to have little gnome buddies on a swing. And you want the twine long enough so that when it's hanging, the hats aren't touching. Come on. It worked in my dream yesterday morning before I woke up. All right, so once it's up against a branch on a tree, it should be fine. Right now it's a little bit front heavy, but I think that's going to look super cute on the tree. See how it's flipping? I wonder if it should be fine once it's on the tree, right? Okay, so there's one. I don't even have anywhere I can hang it here for you. All right, the other one that I want to do, oh yeah, and then we've got this one already too. So this is the ornament that's going to hang by its hat. And then there's this one. It's also going to hang on a swing. It's a smaller swing. And what I did is I drilled a hole in the top of our pallet board, and I'm going to drill another one. So I'm just measuring where I made my holes. And now we're going to drill. I'm going to go all the way through. You're going to need to stand up for this. There we go. Dump out the sawdust. So now I've got 2 holes at the top, and I've got this cute wired Christmas ribbon, I guess it is. It's triple, so there's white, yellow, or white, green, and red, and it's wired. So I'm going to put it through here, and I'm going to tie a knot at the top, and that's going to hold it at the top. As you can see, I already chalked something on the other side, so this is going to be a double-sided project. So just tie a knot in it, cut any extra threads you might have off. And that fits perfectly. The knot's not going to come through. So we'll do the same on the other side, which I already tied the knot. So this is going to be our swing. So what I'm going to do is same thing. I'm going to tie this onto the popsicle stick. JJ, stop. On both sides. You want to make sure you get the same height. You're going to have to wait, buddy. Okay, that's definitely not the same height. Oh. That's still not the same height. What the heck? Am I going the wrong way? That looks good. I kind of want it off the bottom a bit. Okay, that looks good. And I'm just going to twist that. Because it's wire, it can just twist into itself. Twist that one. All right, now I want to put some greenery behind to make it look like he's standing in front of a Christmas tree. So I've got these pieces of fake Christmas tree. Come on. So I'm going to glue that down. And another one. And then another piece. And then we'll glue some berries on here. And I'm just going to cut some of these off. So it's going to look like there's maybe some decorations on the tree. A little bit of glue. Just drop those down there. Cut some more. Oops. There we go. So it's just a little bit of red on the tree there. And now we're going to glue him down. So put some glue on the bottom. This one I won't have to put the wood glue on because it's not sitting by itself. You know what I forgot? Oh my goodness, I don't even know if it's going to fit now. We'll see if it fits, because I wanted to put Merry Christmas on here. I might just be able to get it. This is from the Merry Christmas tags, this transfer. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do that in black. And just need a tiniest little bit here. Without the fur, of course. That is going to be just perfect. Yay! There is our little gnome on a swing. Our two gnomes that are sitting on the swing together. And then we have the one that is just a hanging ornament. So using the wood discs, you can do so many different things to make the gnome ornaments. Just super cute. I love how they turned out. Now I'm going to have to figure out a way to take pictures of them all because I don't have a tree up yet. We can't find our tree. Hey, Patsy. Aw, thank you, Marie. Thank you, thank you. I hope I didn't miss anybody else coming in. Hello, Edna and Jessica. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. And Danielle, Teresa. Yes, they're very Nordic, aren't they? I just love them. I think this one is my favorite. This was another one that I had this board sitting here and I thought there's got to be a way I can do something. So I tested out drilling a hole because I didn't even know if I could drill a hole through this. And it worked. And I'm like, okay, now I know what I want to do with it. I just think it's super cute. I love them all. Right? Oh, awesome, Patsy. You'll have to post pictures. You could even distress this a little bit, put a little bit of ink on it, just to make it look older. That would be cute too, especially with his dark beard. All right, my friends, that was a little bit of a long one for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you make these, I can't wait to see them. Post pictures for me. I would love to see your creations. All right, I will be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Bye for now.